Okay.
My quiz looks different than yours.
Really?
Yeah, mine's way different.
Mine. Elliot, stop.
You're not on the group quiz. You're on the...
Ah, shoot. You're right. Oh, that stinks.
I was starting to sweat there really bad.
I was so confused.
Dang it. It's gonna... Hopefully it doesn't ruin that.
Okay.
Sorry if you can hear my dog growling in the background, by the way. Okay. That looks more familiar. Okay, for number 1, I thought it was none of the above.
I have firms spend more. And for this particular week, I didn't know much of the stuff because it was like hard for me. But I did look up like most of them, to be honest.
Okay, so we'll trust your answers. Okay, so you think it's firms spend more on investment?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have anything else?
I had sell fewer, but I honestly did not understand this week at all, and I didn't put the time in that I should have, so...
Yeah, I had the same problem.
We're all done. Oh.
Okay. We've got something in common there.
Great, this one's gonna go real well.
For the U.S. economy, money holdings are I thought it was small part of household wealth, so the wealth effect is small, but that was just a guess.
That's what I had.
I have the same thing.
Okay.
3, I had A. I mean, not A, B.
Yeah, that's what I have.
I'm literally looking at it and saying the wrong thing.
For 4, I thought it was D.
Same.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Well, maybe I'll ask you this question on a different one, actually. If the Fed conducts open market purchases, the money supply, I thought it was decreases and shifts left.
That's what I had. D.
I have increases and shifts right.
Okay. And you looked yours up, right?
Yeah. I looked all of them up, I think.
This one, I thought I looked in the book, and looked off of the graph, but I don't remember.
Mine was like what I tried to make as a logical guess, but it was not backed up by anything. Yeah, I don't know what you guys want to go with.
No, I don't know.
Okay, do you know what you did?
I don't understand this week at all.
I'm trying to go look in the book real fast. I just didn't have it open. What was it? Aggregate demand. And it's open market purchases. Price level. Quantity supplied. Yeah, I don't know where I got my answer from. So I guess whatever one we want to go with. Oh, suppose the Fed increases the money supply by buying. Are we talking about buying or selling? They just conduct purchases. So buying. Increase in the money supply shifts the money supply curve to the right. That's money supply though. So I think that's, oh no, that would be the opposite. So in the book, there's a graph that, I guess I could show my, no, I can't. Anyways, there's a graph in the book that says, an increase in the money supply. So because they're buying, wait, does that decrease when they're purchasing? No, when they're buying stuff, it increases the money supply. So when there's an increase in the money supply, it reduces the equilibrium interest rate. So the cost of borrowing falls and the aggregate demand curve shifts to the right.
So you think C?
So I think it would be what Shanaz said.
You're saying A?
You
What?
A.
Yes. Can I share my screen? Is that a thing?
Yeah, you can.
How do I do that?
On the top left-hand corner, it's like a box arrow in it.
Oh, okay. Is it showing?
Mm-hmm.
Did it switch to the book?
Yeah.
Okay, so right here, it's talking about an increase in the money supply, which up here it says that the Fed increases the money supply by buying government bonds and open market operations. So if that's true, then the money supply increases. So it increases and that causes aggregate demand to move up. So I think Shanaz is right.
Okay. I'm good with that.
So did I stop sharing now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just didn't want to take from your screen. So
Okay, number 6. I guessed it was the interest rate on bonds.
yeah, that's what I had written down from my notes in the book.
Same.
7.
I had A.
That's what actually I had, but for some reason I wrote B, but I wrote down A. Like the words. Yeah, I thought the curve, right, the interest rate increases. Is that what you got, Shana?
Is that money demand curve right word? So interest rate increases?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, I might not have very good Wi-Fi right now. Can you guys hear me?
You're cutting in and out a little bit, but you're good.
Okay. Do you think it's A?
For 7, yeah, she agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. 8, I thought it's vertical.
Same.
Yep.
In 9, I have a decrease in the price level.
Same.
Yeah, that's what I have.
10, I could not figure out because I had notes written, but it didn't match with any of them.
You have a question mark written for 10. I did not understand this one.
Can somebody share their screen with the quiz on it?
Sure.
Say again.
Number is, I guessed C, but I really don't understand this one very much. Man,
I had B because it was the closest one I could find, but That doesn't mean it's right.
I have D.
Price level down, equilibrium demand up and up. Let's see. So
Yeah, this doesn't make any sense to me. I
at higher
study for the
prices-
test if even a simple sentence like doesn't make any sense.
So it's asking why the demand curve or the aggregate demand curve is negative, right? So
Actually,
that-
I have C. I have C, sorry.
okay, because in the book it talks about higher prices is quantity of money, increases quantity of money. Thus, an increase in price level shifts the demand curve to the right, but that doesn't give any of the other side. Quantity of goods demanded and equilibrium down.
So you're saying the price level and the quantity is correlated there? If one goes down, the other one goes up?
No, it looks like price increases, quantity of money demanded increases. So they're the
Oh.
same. So it would be either B or C or D. That doesn't help. Okay, so if the price level rises, the quantity of goods and services demanded decreases. And then the interest rate goes up and the demand for money goes up. So everything goes up while the quantity of goods and services demanded goes down. Is that an option? No.
No.
Well then. Oh yeah, C. If everything goes down except for the quantity of goods and prices goes up, it would be the inverse. So it would be C. Shanaz, you're just awesome. And I keep trying to find right answers and you've already given them to us. So I'm sorry.
No, you're good for explaining them to us.
Again, that was literally off the same graph we were looking at earlier.
Okay.
I just looked at the axes and it's like literally explaining it right there. So
I need to go look at that again.
okay. Moving on.
Other things the same as the price level rises. This is what I was gonna ask you. Excuse me. I don't understand the correlation between price level and interest rates. Like, do they both go up if one goes up, or is one up and one down?
Go ahead.
Okay, no, I think if the price level rises, the interest rate falls. And, like, I'm trying to think of why I know that, but I can't remember. There was something I had to justify and I forgot it.
So then what do you think the answer is?
So then, like, so if the price level rises, then it'd probably be like, no. Shoot, I mean, it has to be C or D, but I don't exactly understand like the demand shift kind of stuff.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to, if we're going off of what we just did, it looks like price level goes down. This is equilibrium interest rate though. So I don't know if that's different than normal interest rate. But
Let's say it's the same.
It looks like price level they're the same and equilibrium goes down. But if, I'm going to share my screen again on top of yours. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So just again from the book, the same graph I showed earlier. So it has the price or the interest rate going up when the price goes up. When we're talking about the aggregate, the downward slope of the aggregate demand. But then if you go to like this next one, we're talking about the money supply, the interest rate goes down, but the price is the same on the aggregate supply.
Oh, I see.
So I'm not fully sure how they correlate, and I was trying to find another graph to see if that. I'm just like literally going off of these graphs,
Yeah.
but and seeing if I could find anything.
So,
Anyway,
So-
anyways, that's what I was saying.
Okay, so like based on what you're saying, like if I am right and like the interest rate falls with the price level rises, then it could be D because it goes along the demand curve, right?
a movement. I honestly have no idea.
Yes, dog. What do you need? Good dog, lay down. Okay. Well, that's just so weird because like on question 10, if price level goes down with the equilibrium interest rate, then I feel like they should always go down together. Like it doesn't make sense that sometimes they would. So that makes me think that if number 10's right, that number 11 has to be C or D.
Well, no, because then that would be if the price level's rising, wouldn't the interest rate rise?
Oh, that's what I meant.
So
Yeah,
A-
so that makes me, so even though B or C, I mean C or D makes sense, I think it must be B if number 10 is right. Or do you move a little bit? Actually,
I think it's a shift.
what did you say?
Well, no, it could be a move. I don't know. I honestly am so confused.
On that graph, it showed that the line was actually moved.
In the
Didn't it?
graph, it was a shift,
Okay.
but I mean that doesn't mean.
So that's A.
Yeah, it would be. I don't know if that's right, but I'm gonna try it. I can't find it anywhere. Whew. Let's go for A. Why not?
Yeah, let's give A a shot.
Okay, and I didn't know how to do 12, so I didn't do 12.
Let's figure out then. Margin propensity. This was not in the PowerPoint at all.
So it was mentioned in the book that it was just the. Oh, I can't find my notes. It was like the amount consumed over the amount saved.
Yeah, I did it that way and I got 0.75. It's the change in income and the change in consumption spending, and then you divide each other.
So 1,000 divided by 1,000?
750 divided by 1,000. The change in consumption spending divided by the change in income.
Oh, the change. So from 1 year to the or from
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I don't understand that.
So it's 7 to 500 minus 6,500
Mhm.
divided by
Oh,
11,000
Yeah.
minus 10,000.
Yeah, that's right.
oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
so
that
it's
makes
the change.
sense.
See, that's what I was trying to figure out. I thought it was just like I don't know. I was doing weird things and I couldn't get any numbers anywhere near that.
Yeah.
So that makes
So
sense.
you divided the two differences?
Yes.
Yeah.
And spending's
Okay.
on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
As real GDP falls, I
Uh,
thought money demands rise, so interest rate rises.
I thought the opposite. I have the.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't have anything on this one either, so I'm no help. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. They don't ever talk about real GDP, and then it's in all our quiz questions.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't even know what it is. Kate, did you have an answer for 13?
To be totally honest, like I literally had nothing for there. I couldn't find anything on it, so sorry guys, I'm kind of worthless.
No, you're fine. I didn't have it either.
I wish I
Real
said top or something.
Do they all go in the same direction or do they go in opposite directions? It's basically where we're at.
I think if GDP falls, that's altogether a bad thing. So I just think that, money demand is gonna fall, and so would the interest rate.
Well, because GDP is like the spending, right? So it's what we actually spend on goods and services.
Mm-hmm.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I lost you for a second.
Oh.
So I was like, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? And no one said anything. So I think
No,
I
yeah,
moved
we didn't hear
places.
you.
Sorry.
So here's my thought process. So GDP is the spending on goods and services, right? So if that falls, quantity of goods and services demanded would fall. And if we're going off of number 10, which if we're wrong, then everything is wrong off of this whole thing. But if that falls, that's the opposite of everything else. So price level and demand would go up and interest rate. So if GDP falls, then it would be rise and rise. If we're basing off of the same logic as the other two questions that we didn't know.
Right.
So.
Okay, so I think since I did A for 10, since I did A for 11, I'll do A for 13, because those follow the same thing. Like if one of them's right, both of them are right.
Okay.
14. If the MPC is 0.8 and there's no crowding out or accelerator effects, then an initial increase in aggregate demand of 120 billion will eventually shift the demand curve to the right by.
I got 600 billion.
Chill.
What was the math you did?
I don't remember.
Okay, let me see if I can.
I think it was the 1 over 1 minus MPC multiplied by the 120 billion. So it was just 1 divided by 0.2, which was 5 times by the 120 billion. Yeah, and it gets 600.
Okay. I did not see that in the PowerPoint.
That equation I saw it in the book. It was the multiplier effect equation.
Oh.
And it is 1 divided by 1 minus MPC. And then you multiply that multiplier by the amount for it to show how big of an effect it'll have.
Okay. That makes sense.
Again, I think.
So that's the multiplier one.
Yeah.
Okay. was in here, but oh, they don't really show. Yeah, they don't show that formula in the PowerPoint. So frustrating. I just keep feeling like the PowerPoint's just a summary of the. Oh yeah, they do. It's right here. I just missed it. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was my fault.
Okay.
15. The following facts apply to a small imaginary economy. So this is the same one that we did before, right? It's the same formula.
No,
Right.
it's asking for something different. Excuse me. Because it's asking which event would cause an aggregate demand of increase of 1,500.
I just don't understand why that's such a specific numbers.
Mm-hmm. I didn't have anything for this one. I couldn't figure it out.
I'm just confused by the numbers. Like, if I don't pay attention to the numbers of it, then I think it's C.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't understand how to figure it out with those numbers. The demand increases by 1,500, but none of these are near that, so Did you look this one up, Shanaz?
Yeah, I did, and I got that it's a stock market boom that simulates consumer spending by 550, and there is a small operative crowding out effect.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how though.
Yeah. Okay. Small operative crowding out.
Effect, yeah.
Crowding out. I don't even know what crowding out means.
I think they mentioned it in the chapter last week, but I can't remember exactly.
Crowding out is the offset in aggregate demand that results when expansionary fiscal policy raises the interest rate and thereby reduces investment spending. Whatever that means. So expansionary fiscal policy. So that doesn't help.
Wouldn't that just mean increased money supply?
Yeah, they just spend more. So that literally could be any of them. But I think it's A or B. And Shanaz, did you say the 300 or the 550?
550.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. 16. I thought
all of them?
Yeah, that's what I had too. I had D.
Okay.
17 I got B.
What'd you say?
I said 17 I got B.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I think that's what I got.
That'd be opposite. Let's see.
If
I
we
have. It's the one where decreased money supply and increased interest rate.
All right. So you and Kate are right.
oh, did you both say D?
Shanaz and Kate, yeah, they both said D.
Oh, I thought he said B.
Oh, wait, no, you're right. He did.
Oh,
He said decrease and reduce. And she just said decrease and increase.
an increase. Yeah, I did.
Just kidding.
Honestly, like, it could very well be D. I might very well be off.
Okay.
I'm really not very good on this chapter at all, so.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, we'll try D. 18. And then I didn't get the last three ones, so I'll just have to read them. For the following question, use the diagram. Which of the following is correct? Gosh.
I had B, but I literally was guessing at this point and I was getting frustrated, so I really didn't.
Unemployment rises. this is so like abstract for me. It's so hard. Unemployment rises as the economy moves from point A to point B. Unemployment rises, so people have less money. So the demand.
That moves price level down.
So that doesn't make sense, right? So I don't think A is right.
So that means D isn't right.
Yeah, okay. And you think it's B, so let's see. If the economy is left alone, then as the economy moves from point B to long run equilibrium, which is A, right? The price level will fall further, which it doesn't.
That doesn't make sense to me because I thought if it was moving back to equilibrium, it would just move back up to A. But maybe not. Maybe it would move down to the other intersection.
Isn't this what I'm circling right here? Isn't this long-term equilibrium?
We can't see your screen again.
Oh, you can't? Sorry. I have a million tabs open, so I can't get to you guys. There you are. Right here, isn't this the long run equilibrium?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if it moves from B to A, the price level increases. So it can't be.
That's the only reason I thought it was B, like
Yeah.
literally the same thing you walked through logically, which I mean, I don't have logic in this class because none of it makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's why I had B. Shanaz,
Okay.
what did you have?
For which one are we at?
We're on 18.
I have all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what it said online?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh,
I mean,
no.
I guess I could see on if the economy's left alone, like if it's at B, it could move back to a new equilibrium at that other intersection,
This one?
and that would be lowering the price.
This intersection?
Yeah. Because if it's coming out, but that line shifted down, that would be the new equilibrium, wouldn't it? It
Yeah.
went from 80 to A2.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that could make sense.
Okay. Well, I kind of trust the online answer over
Yeah.
my logic, even though I wish I could trust my logic.
All right.
So I'll go with all of the above. But it's weird to me.
19, I had C.
Increasing government
As well for 19.
Nice.
Okay, cool. And opponents of active stabilization policy.
Some effects of the monetary policy may be long-lived.
The effects can maybe long-lived. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just looking it up in the PowerPoint really quick.
I had B, but that's kind of like the opposite of, well, no, it's not monetary and fiscal. I don't know. I just guessed at that point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, what's the difference between monetary and fiscal? I feel like that's exactly the same thing. Proponents of active stabilization policy believe the government should use policy to reduce these fluctuations. So proponents is the opposite of opponents, right? So Shanaz, you found that it was C.
Mm-hmm. Is it? Yeah.
That's so weird because to me that one doesn't make sense.
If I'm skimming the book and it looks like everyone's saying like the case against active stabilization policies is that it takes so long, like it is a long run thing. So that would make sense.
Yeah, okay. PowerPoint doesn't say anything like that. But it doesn't say anything against that, so that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
It just doesn't make sense because why would that be a bad thing? Oh, so active stabilization policy is more like it's going to happen really quick. Like
Yeah, they want a quick fix, I think.
Okay. Okay, do any of you guys feel brave enough to click it first this time? Okay, I'll click it.
No, you're good. I can do it if you want.
It's okay. Not bad, not bad.
That works.
Okay, well, thanks for being in my group, guys.
Yeah, good luck with the final, everybody.
Yeah. Oh my word. Maybe I'll
Good
see you
luck.
next semester if we're in this class again.
Let's hope not.
Okay, I'll go
Thanks,
upload this right
everybody.
now.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.